Hey, everybody.
Welcome back, you guys.
It's your girl, Vicky.
And it's Coco. I almost fell off my chair.
Don't do that. Please, God, don't do that.
Insane.
And
Like, jeez.
this is the ConVic Podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo, woo. There was a crack in that.
I
but
heard that.
no.
I didn't want to address it, but I like that you addressed it yourself.
You guys, it's a late night pod, okay? Get
On a
ready
Friday
for
night.
Get ready for the delusion.
Get ready for the yawning. We should have popped an edible.
I'm all right.
Oh, I have a lot. But I don't want to be the only high one. That's like how we were when we went live on the Met Gala. I was gone, bitch.
Oh my God. She didn't even press. First of all, guys, let me just. We were supposed to go live the day of the Met Gala and talk about it because that's me and Connie's one of our favorite bonding things to do is talk about Met Gala, right? It was our day of the year. Like, granted, we would walk through Central Park every day when we work together, but
this day was the day.
Exactly. This bitch.
Wait.
Met Gala fell on Cinco de Mayo this year, so
that was a recipe for disaster. Let me just say, Cinco de Mayo got away from me.
You know, our girl Coco has been thinking that, she's hanging out with Shark and her little Gen Z friends.
I'm young.
She's been forgetting that she is in her 30s now.
30s. Why did you say that so loud? Let me tell you, it's no. It's also that I'm in my 30s, but I also have lost a significant amount of weight. That like my tolerance has now been shot for real.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, Cinco de Mayo really got away from me.
So
and the last thing I remember is in the cab telling you that man looks like a conquistador, and then I just like don't remember.
So she starts the live in a taxi on her way home, and the bitch is drunk as hell. Everybody on the Met Gala to her looked like a Spanish conquistador.
I was like, what is it? And Vicky's like, the theme is this, and Vicky's like, oh, this person showed up. I'm like, who? That's all I remember. Like, I don't remember anything else.
I was not impressed.
I was not impressed. But then I saw
also, she never pressed live. Like, it was never live. It was just me and you.
On camera call?
Like, I don't know how you did it, but it wasn't live. It never recorded and it wasn't live.
That was God. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what you did.
Hey,
but because when it's been too long.
Let me try to comment podcast now, yeah.
But it really didn't work out. She was a little too inebriated to continue the conversation
live.
And she kept asking the cab driver to play Bad Bunny.
Did I really? Yeah, you're not live. I don't understand how to do this.
You see, this is that millennial.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. You know what? That's on God. But we did end up talking about it the next day because Vicky asked me how I was. And I was like, a bitch bounces back because I'm literally Gen Z.
I was honestly impressed because for me, hangovers now last 3 to 5 business days.
I'm saying, I even called my parents trashed. They were like, let's see Ollie. I'm like, Ollie's right here. Ollie was like, bitch, walk me. I had to walk him, so trashed. I'm like, do your business. I'm so tired. And it was like, is this what having kids is like? I can't.
So do you know, I realized that I am Kitty from that 70s show. Like, constantly losing my shit and crashing out.
Especially when she went through menopause. You remember, she's like, shut the fuck up. I was like,
that is literally me all the time.
Wow, like, that's your spirit animal for sure.
No, seriously. And it's so funny because when I was younger watching it, I was like, she's so funny. But now I'm like,
is life imitating art?
Missions to my future. And
I
then
feel like I'm red. And I'm like, you know what? If
no,
I was a bird, I would fly into a ceiling fan.
I was just about to say the fact that both Rich and Red are so grumpy. I was like,
A grumpy shock face. You're like, did I marry my own red?
the only difference is I'm not drunk all the time. I would
I feel
get
like you
high.
need to be. I feel like, you know what it is though? High is so much better than drunk because drunk
It
is
is.
just the
Like
throwing up.
the thing is that I get overwhelmed with my kids. Love them to death, but
You don't gotta lie. This is a safe space.
having two toddlers is like constantly having somebody like drum your head in with like a fucking drill, like just
And on
all
top
the
of that,
time.
you have
The
Teddy too.
screaming, the talking, the back and forth, the arguing, the fighting, the this, that, the ugh. It's just there's always something to do. There's always something gross that they're doing, and then my son, I'm always trying to like keep him from killing himself because like why do you do these things? Why? And then I have to work.
Ah,
And then it's just like so I'm kidding.
not even on top of everything else, like kids are gross. But then you also have Teddy.
Oh, and
Like
he's fucking gross.
you added a lot to your plate. Like, I mean,
Like
again, no
I don't know
judgment.
why I hate myself so much, but it's creepy. I can't deny it. I had two toddlers and got a dog. Why?
A puppy, not even like a senior dog that's like already 2 years old, trained. You're like, no, puppy. I mean, I was on the same boat with you, so. But the
Why did I
kids.
do this? Why? But yeah, it's been great. It's been
I'm
great.
not gonna lie. Can I tell them what happened like earlier today? Logan came out, or
Oh,
Malia,
it was
and they were
Malia.
like, Logan's birthday's in August, and Malia was like, I can't have cake on his birthday. It's like, what, bitch? It is May.
No, she was crying. She's
Sorry.
supposed to be in bed for over an hour already. She's supposed to be in bed. And she comes out, Mommy, Logan said I have cake on his birthday party. And I'm like, first of all, it is May 16th.
Who said
His
he's having a
birthday.
birthday party?
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be assuming this shit with y'all. Like, y'all going to Chuck E. Cheese at
This is how I know you're spoiled because who said I'm singing you anything? Like,
How can y'all can remember your birthdays, but you can't remember that I told you to put your shoes on 5 times 3 minutes?
you know what I'm saying though. Like, can we talk about it?
Like,
Or wash your hands when you come inside.
Or
Okay?
don't kill the dog. Like, is Teddy still fighting for his life?
Yes,
Every day.
every day.
Survival
Every
of
day.
the fittest. Survival of the fittest.
And then he also thinks he's one of the kids.
Oh.
So like every time I hug the kids, he wants a hug and
Oh.
attention. No.
Oh.
Or like if the kids are laying with me on my bed, he wants to jump on my. We don't do that in this house. Get off of my bed. Now. Okay. And then he keeps jumping back on. When the hell did you get this ability? I will get off of my bed. Okay? Off. No. No.
Oh.
No. No. And then I know it's because of the kids, because when it's me and him and I go in the bed, he jumps into his crate, like his playpen.
Oh, the one that he been escaping since puppy years?
Yes. Well, yes. He jumps into that onto his bed if it's just me and him. But when the kids come in the bed, then he wants to jump
Because
into
he
my
loves
bed.
the kid.
No.
Oh.
No, he does not love the kids because when the kids are here, he hides under the couch. But
Teddy's like, I'm trying to make it through every day.
he thinks he's one of them and he's fighting with them. So it's like having three toddlers that are constantly fighting. I don't know. It's a lot in this house. I don't know what's happening half the time.
Do you ever just be like, I'm gonna take a walk and just like leave them all to Rich and be
I
like,
think
bye?
that's when I make candles because I just escaped. I
You
put
know
on my
what?
head.
That's why you put on the audiobook. Like you're like,
Right.
you know what? That sexy ass Night King wouldn't do this to me. He would be
That's
fucking me
right.
right now.
Like, you know what? I am not here. I'm riding a dragon.
You're like, fuck
Flying.
these kids,
I'm
fuck these dogs,
magic.
fuck this husband.
Fuck
Right.
everybody.
You're like, I'm escaping to my fantasy land and they it could be on fire. You're like, I'm making candles, bitches. Like, don't
Oh my
bother
god.
me.
I don't know about you guys. You guys go kill yourself over there. I'm busy.
I'm
I'm
busy.
busy.
I'm busy starting my business, which I have to say, I saw a lot of posts from Lolia Studios. How's that going? Because I saw the sprays, I saw the big candles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm about to die. How's that been going, mamas?
It's going good. I started doing markets
Mm-hmm.
and they have been really good. But now I think I'm addicted. I keep signing up for bigger ones and I'm like, shit, I gotta make enough inventory for these big ass.
You see, it be
um,
yourself. It be yourself.
it really be myself. Like I really be my worst enemy.
It's
So
because you're
I
such an
just,
overachiever.
you know what I'm saying. And it's
Like,
like I also have this thing where I think I can handle everything. So then I don't
that's
have
called
no problem.
first, what is it called? First born
First
trauma?
child,
First
first
child.
child trauma. Yeah, it's like I can handle it. I can handle it. So
But
I
like,
just need.
nobody was asking you to do it anyway. Not
It's a
one single person was like, gun to your head, go to the market. Not even
yeah.
one.
Literally nobody. Me, I can handle it. I can do it. I'll get it done. Like literally nobody. Here I am with my hands up, volunteering for more work.
Are you ever gonna volunteer when the kids have like that parent teacher that
Absolutely. First of all, in their school, it
oh my
has a
god.
magic. But this shit pissed me off. This
No,
shit.
I'm nervous.
My son is starting charter school in August, and they're like, the parents have a mandatory 20-hour I want to say customer service, but that's not right. What is it?
EPA?
Volunteer
Oh, okay.
hours. Mandatory 20 hours of volunteer hours. Why are you forcing me to do shit? Like,
This feels like free labor.
I'm sorry, aren't there child labor laws against this shit? Because why are you forcing me to do work at your school? Your
Budget
school
cuts.
to be
To be
that.
fair, to be fair, Trump did just cut the whole fucking school, education school,
The
whatever.
school never had enough funding to begin with.
So they're gonna make you tile their roof or something. That's crazy.
Basically, like what? You want me to teach math on Thursdays? Like, what the fuck is this?
We barely use math now. I'm be like, none of this is real, y'all. Like, use ChatGPT.
I don't even know the math that you teach. How
Oh,
about that?
do you know that they changed long division
This is
into
they should more
longer
than
division? The longest division. That was
they should.
Common Core, and I was like, this is the dumbest shit.
They changed more than just that. They changed multiplication and I think addition, maybe subtraction. Where they do something with zeros and you gotta bound everything to a
Let me
zero.
tell you right now,
I
God
don't
bless my
really.
kids I have in the future because I'm gonna send them straight to tutoring. Like I'm not even gonna attempt to try because they're gonna ask me, and
No.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask Chat GPT because I don't know what y'all talking about. Me and Chat GPT go like this. Like
Like no, that me and ChatGPT
we're
for
besties.
marketing the candles and for work or ChatGPT.
Oh, Chat GPT, make this email make sense.
I am like I'm a smart person in my head, but I'm not good at like commuting what I understand.
I'm the same way. I could speak how I write how I speak, and then I realize I don't
Uh-huh.
speak well either. So I'm like, you know,
It's like I understand how things work, but I realize when I say them out loud, I'm not saying it the way other people will understand what that I
that's
understand.
other people's problem. I'm not gonna lie.
First of all, a fucking men, okay?
Okay.
Because if you don't understand what I'm saying, that sounds like a you problem, not a me
I
problem. Because
understood
I
what you were
know what
saying when
I'm
you trained me. Maybe we're on the same wavelength. Maybe
maybe,
it's always been here.
But that's why I use ChatGPT to explain what I know is in my head But yeah, that's why I use AI so that I could take what I know I'm trying to say in my head and make other people understand what I'm trying to say in my head so that I don't sound crazy. Because I know what I know. You know what I'm
You
saying? I just
know?
need
And
you
then
to
you
know that
don't
I
know,
know
that's
what I
on
know.
you.
That's what I'm saying. Why? Because don't play with me. I know what the fuck I know. Go play with your mother. That's what I'm
That's all
saying.
I'm saying.
That's
That's
all
all
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying.
That's all I'm saying.
So
But
wait, this charter school, so you're gonna have to basically do free labor work.
slave.
And wait, so do they? So because I like from what I hear from like my boss sometimes is that like oh they now have like, and I don't know, maybe this is just a school he's sending his daughter to, but like do not put money into an account for them to waste on lunch.
Oh no.
But
I
they
don't know
also
about
make both parents volunteer for a lot of things, and I'm like, but what happens if both parents are working? Like, what do you?
clearly all we're doing is sitting at home scratching our asses.
No,
That's
because
clearly all we're doing.
my parents have never been. First of all, my parents never showed up to a PTA meeting. They were like, "What is that? We don't care." But when it was that parent teacher conference, first ones. Not my
First of
dad,
all,
most like my mom, and because my mom will hit us. My
first
mom
of
will be
all,
like,
my mother said if I make her go to my school for a leave work to go to my school for any reason, that was grounds for getting my ass beat. So why I gotta be there for 20 hours? That's a lot of hours. That's a
"That's
whole work shift, like for a week.
literally no." I do not support that.
I was like, excuse me?
What am I volunteering for exactly? Like, I need now more.
Exactly.
Like, what am I volunteering for?
And then how much volunteering do you need that every parent for all of these
Both
kids
parents or one?
doesn't I don't know.
Because
I think it's both. But imagine there's like thousands of kids in the school.
y'all
Both
don't need that
parents
well.
have to,
But yeah,
how much y'all need to get done?
we're gonna really retile the bathroom floors. That's what y'all doing. I hope y'all know. That's what they want
I'm
you to
painting
do.
walls. Like, what am I doing? I'm re-waxing the floors. Like, what am I doing?
No, that's what I think is gonna. I think they're trying to scam you already. Damn,
Like,
Vicky, you always
do
getting
you
scammed
need
out here.
do you need a Mr. Johnson? Because
I love Mr. Johnson.
that's why I need to be here.
No,
You're
literally, you're like, what is this for?
it's crazy.
Oh, did the
But yeah,
Knicks win again? Woohoo! Did
what
we? Did the
did
Knicks
they?
win? Hold on.
We didn't talk about that
Yeah, because you know
because
that shit.
although we are not a sports podcast, we are New Yorkers. Shut
Oh
up,
shit,
Connie.
they're in Q8. The Knicks are up by 104. And the Celsius
Woo!
are 68. The Celtics or the Celsius? The Celtics.
Celtics,
I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Boston.
All right. All right, let me start by saying this is not a sports podcast, and it's
I don't.
currently Friday the 16th, and the Knicks are in the playoffs or the championship. They're somewhere. It's
Yeah.
the city is becoming alive, but then tomorrow or today, it's the Subway series. So you
Oh,
might as well set this place on fire. I'm telling you right now, I hope the Knicks do go off all the way and win the championship because the day they win, I'm calling out of work. Not because I want to go to the parade. It will be a declared state of emergency here in New York. You know
I'm
how
calling
crazy
out
these
of
Knicks
work.
fans are?
I'm
Every
calling out
time
of
they win
work.
in Madison Square Garden, they're like cursing people out. They're like, suck my dick. And I'm like, that's a very New Yorker day. That's actually good morning in New York sometimes. Like, suck my dick. And you're like, okay, well, good morning to you too. Like,
Yeah. Eat my ass, bitch. You know, you just respond.
you just
Keep it
remember. And
moving.
sometimes you don't even got to respond. You just be like, whatever. That's just, you're just trying to make it through the day.
Sometimes you just understand.
Sometimes, yeah. That's like when sometimes they're like, hi, how are you? And they're like, don't respond. It's just like courtesy. Like, don't.
Honestly, if somebody said, hi, how are you? I would respond with suck my dick. Because, like, I didn't ask for this conversation.
You see, that's the New Yorker still lives in you, Vicky.
I told you, don't disrespect me, right? Like, I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah, but like, it changed you.
Shut up.
It
New
has
York.
changed you.
It's New
No,
York.
but like the way the city has been coming alive because I hear like just to get seats like for nosebleeders in the Knicks game is like $3,000. I'm like, I'm not that dedicated to the
This
sport.
is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Okay.
Maybe because again, like, and everybody always talks shit about the Knicks. And this again last year when we were on this pod,
we spoke about how bad the New York teams are. Yeah, because
so I hope that they win so the city could come on fire. I'm telling you right now, it will be unsafe. I'm not stepping outside of my apartment, but I want to be there for the moment. I feel like I would go to the parade just to be a dumbass and like feel it, like go Knicks, and I'm like, who's on the team? Like,
honestly, I'm not even gonna hold you. I would have said that in my 20s. Now, in my big old ass auntie age, that's a hermit crab in this apartment, I would have so much anxiety being around that many people.
I feel like you need to start touching grass a little bit more.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die! Like, so many people.
You see, that's how I know you changed as a New Yorker.
I don't leave my house.
I tell you, you need to go outside every other day and touch grass.
I do. I'm just gonna go touch grass in my backyard. But then I start thinking that the bugs down here aren't the same bugs that are in New York, and then I'm like,
you also have like alligators. Like you, that's what I'm saying. Like you're basically a country girl.
And snakes.
They could attack Teddy. I mean, not that I'm concerned. Not that I'm not concerned about your kids, but like Teddy
or me, bitch.
Oh yeah, you. As a mother, you're just always getting forgotten.
Liver, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Happy Mother's Day, happy belated Mother's Day to everybody, guys. Without you, mothers, we wouldn't, survive. But the fact that I told Jose, I'm like, I'm a fur mom, and he was like, shut up, and I was like, he almost got punched in the throat.
I was about to say, did you drop kick him in the throat? Because my leg could get up there, and I'll take a flight just to drop kick him in the throat.
I'm saying, I was like, I'm sorry. We, as a mother, I did not appreciate that. So then I went to my mom's house, right, to celebrate Mother's Day with the kids and everything. Let me tell you about this, yo. First, like my sister, my cousin, they have kids, like literal physical kids, right? You heard Isabella, Luke, Aiden, all of them. So then it's me and Amy. Amy, oh, she's not gonna like this, but Amy is basically 30. Every time I mention that to her, she's like, "Shut the fuck up, you old bitch." No, I'm joking.
There's nothing wrong with being in your 30s. It's actually better than the 20s.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a Gen Z. Like,
oh my god.
I don't know. My body doesn't really relate.
Anyways.
So I was with Ollie and Zozo, who is Lely's husband. He was like, "Oh, are you a mom now?" I'm like, "I am a mother." I'm like, "Guys, as a mother, it's so hard. Like waking up in the middle of the night to like make sure he pees on the pad, like." And Angie and Leslie just kept rolling their eyes, but then they kept feeding into my delusion. Like, I'm like, "Guys, it's hard as a mother." So then Amy, she has no pets because she's smart. Oh my god, we didn't even talk about the most tragic thing that happened. No, hold on, I have ADD.
Okay, stay focused.
So then Amy, like, they were refilling the cups because, like, it's supposed to be mom's days off and everything. And I was like, me too, Amy. Like, me too, because I'm like, I'm a mother. And they're like, shut the fuck up. And then they brought up that I had, during the puppy blues, I gave my dog to my parents so they could fully train him.
Everybody keep bringing that up to you. Like,
because you know what? People like to relive my trauma, but if I talk about their trauma, then I'm like the problem. So sometimes you gotta, as a thick-skinned person, you just sometimes gotta be like, whatever, like. So then Angie was like, but Connie could never judge my parents ever again for sending her to Peru. I'm like, that's true, but you guys sent me to Peru at 2 years old for a year. Like, I sent Ollie for 5 weeks. Different. Very different. But then, what were we talking about? Oh, and then and he's a baby. He's sleeping right here. So wait, so then my parents' backyard, they're basically their estate at this point, what I like to say. They have a fence, but in front of the fence are pine trees. But as a mom, you're always like looking for your kids like everywhere they go, right? Let me tell you how Aiden and Isabella were playing, and all of a sudden we can't find Luke. And Angie's like, where's Luke? Where's Luke? And I'm like, obviously in the backyard. Like, I'm like, ain't no way a random person came into our house and like picked him up from the fence and we wouldn't notice. You know what I mean? Because the whole backyard is open, so we will see. And then they were like, I'm not gonna lie, my uncles ran into the street looking for him, but I'm like, he's not that tall to open. But I get it, like kids could do crazy shit. Like I understand. Dennis pushed me out the way as I was just trying to get to
No, bitch.
No, he literally went, and I was like, oh my God, I'm trying to find him too. And you see the panic in Angie's face. Of course, that's her. Like, I get that. And then Luke, all of a sudden, he's behind the pine trees. I was like, oh my God. And he just comes out, and Angie's like panicking. Angie's about to have a whole crying session, which I get. Like, that's your baby. Like, and then all of a sudden, Luke was like, why are we doing this? Like, I'm trying to play still. Like,
yeah, I didn't see.
I didn't see that. Look, but like, I was like, wow, as a mother, that's what a great Mother's Day present. Like, talk about just fear in your heart. Like, where's my kid?
I fucking hate going in public with my children.
Oh,
because my son thinks he's a fucking track star, and I am not a runner.
I am not it.
Outrunning me all the time.
He was like this. He was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Do you ever think about what we used to make fun of people? Do you ever think about leashing your kids?
All the time?
Like, do you ever think, like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. They're not a dog. They're not a dog.
I haven't. It is so embarrassing being overweight, running after your damn kids with big ass titties. Catch them, and you just like, you have asthma in the devil's asshole of Florida. Do you know how the struggle?
Your enemies are working overtime on you. I didn't want to say it, but like, yes, this reverts back to the last episode of this podcast. You are so strong. You are so strong, bitch. Like,
in my life, I'm like, would you just come here? Fuck you, Teddy. Every time.
I feel like we're breaking. Like, we're breaking you.
This is my therapy. Okay.
Listen, we're here. We're here with the listeners.
Every fucking time I open that door, I have to make sure that I only crack it because Teddy is gonna zoom out the apartment. And he does it every fucking time. And then I have to chase him around my fucking apartment complex. I never wear a bra at home. And he's fast as hell. And
energy.
Cars. So I'm like running around looking like a mad woman, trying to catch his damn dogs.
Titties flopping in your face. Might as well go in your mouth.
I got Amazon packages for my market. I'm pulling them in. This damn dog don't jump out the door. I'm barefoot with no bra. It's a mess. I think I still had crust in my eyes. It was the morning. I gotta chase him around the goddamn parking lot. Oh my god, neighbors. I'm just there like, just let the dog go.
You know what? You should be like my uncle. You should be like my uncle. You win. Just let it be. Just like, because this isn't it.
Go.
Just go find a new family. Find a new family.
I don't care. You win. I don't care.
Your enemies are working overtime.
I'm just like, next time one of these damn kids or dog run away from me, I'm not chasing them.
Honestly, just the door behind you. Be like, whatever. You'll figure it out.
I'm like, what happened to your son? I don't know.
No. I opened the door and he was gone.
He ran and he never came back.
What is that runner? Like that famous? I don't know what the runner is, but like, no, I'm not gonna remember now. There you go. Yeah, that's Logan. He's like,
yeah.
No, because I'm not gonna lie. Same thing happens with Ollie when he hears a door. He be trying to run, but I taught him. I'm like, stay, my guy.
Richard's been teaching him because I'm like, if this fucking dog, I swear on everything, if this damn dog runs out there again, and I'm here
making
alone.
me look stupid. Titties flopping.
Titties flopping. Okay. Do you know, big titties is one thing. After pregnancy, big titties, it's a whole other thing. Okay, they're big. They flop everywhere.
You might as well have a nipple in your mouth, like. Like just
Terrible. I can't do this.
you need a breast reduction.
I actually want one.
No, I heard it will really help with your back.
Yeah, I actually want one.
Again, don't put yourself under the knife because again, you have kids. Rich can't handle those kids on his own.
He gonna have to.
Oh my god, no, we're not wishing death on you, bitch. What's wrong with you?
But I want one. If they don't come down when I lose weight, whenever that happens, then I definitely want to do one. I want to do a reduction and a lift.
Ooh, a lift is cute.
Yeah.
A lift is cute. Okay.
You know?
Okay, no, because like sometimes like I feel like I have big tits, but not like pregnancy tits, obviously, or anything like that.
God.
But like sometimes I wear like those minimizer bras just because like there's some tops I want to wear, but like if my chest is all the way here, then the
Right.
top don't look cute.
I wear zero padding.
Yeah.
Like, I'm usually like as minimal padding as possible.
I'm really channeling my Gen Z. I just bought nipple pasties. Whatever the
Did
thing
you?
is. Yeah, I can't wait to try them on because like there's sometimes I just want to go braless, but like you gotta put the kids in the car seat. I feel like I could just like
yeah. You see, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I want the reduction in the lift because I want to go braless.
yeah. People
And
with
then I
small
wanna
titties.
go
I know people don't like it, but like I'm like sometimes it's just a
Oh my
wave.
god. I love my dream body, upper body at least, is like a nice B cup that just sits. I could wear backless shirts and dresses.
How these
No
bitches do it?
bra. You
But
know
that's
what?
what the nipple things are for, like the cover the
Yeah, but I don't have that body yet to go. What I'm putting in the PCO for.
Listen, I wear a bodysuit and I'm just like I don't want to wear a bra on top of a
I need to wrap
bodysuit.
myself in like saran wrap or like whatever Teflon wrap to suck this body up when I go out. So
Stop.
nipple pasties ain't gonna do shit for me.
Yo, oh my god. That's yeah, we're just gonna go back in
Wow.
time and just be like, you know, I appreciate the body I had before.
Oh my god, I miss the body I had before. I was a baby before
You
I
are
had
still
kids.
a baddie.
Yeah, I'm cute, but I was a baddie, okay? With the
Again,
body.
we could have done the feet pictures back then. We have fear of success, you guys. Oh my god. Hold on. My ADD kicked back in. Tragic news, y'all. We had to put our family down, Vicky. Down.
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Let me tell you, I wasn't ready for that emotional toll that it was. The sobbing my whole family did, but then my dad and my grandma said two heartbreaking things that I was like, I didn't need that. I didn't. My dad said, Papa Alva, a man of, of many words, not a lot of words, but sometimes he said,
Meaningful words.
always meaningful. He was just like, when you girls left me, Vicky's all I had. Like right in the heart. Let me tell you how I sobbed immediately.
Oh, Papa Alva, I'll leave my entire family to go be there.
He'd probably be like,
I will be the Vicky.
no, literally. Like when I mentioned you, he's like, but she died. I'm like, no, I'm talking about my friend. But okay. Okay. And like the thing is, I had brought, so it was like a Wednesday that we put her down. So I had to take PTO because like I need like time to process. Again, the thing is, and Dennis has said this so many times to us, me and Andrew are very blessed. We haven't had to deal with death, like from families at all. So imagine us trying to put a dog. First of all, I was just like, how do you even decide like to put a dog down? And I get it. Angie has seen her, like she's like, no, she's hurting. She's not living the life. She looks like it was basically like a lump and things like that. And I was like, at that. And then we take her. It was the emotional process of like having to put your dog down. I don't even want to get into it because I'm gonna cry. But it was just a lot. So whoever has put their dog down, like I understand you. And I was sobbing. And then we had to tell my grandma. So I brought Ollie because one, I couldn't leave him alone. Because when you leave your kids with your husband or boyfriend, basically you leave them alone anyway. Like they don't do much. Like basically they're the spare human. Like I be telling Jose that like mom. So when I leave Ollie with him, like so mom is left and left me with dad. So basically I'm alone. But anyway, so then Ollie still with my grandma, and then when we came back, our faces are red and everything. My grandma, what happened? My mom didn't want to tell my grandma because we thought she was gonna react bad. Me and Angie were like, we're gonna have to tell her because I'm like, if we prolong this, regardless, it's still gonna be the same reaction. She's always gonna keep asking where Vicky is, and then you guys don't have time to heal either. When I tell you, we told my grandma, instant tears. This woman has outlived the Pope and 2 husbands, but instant tears. And never had a mammogram, has never had a pap smear. But this, okay. All of a sudden, she said the most heartbreaking thing. She's like, when you guys would go out and leave me, she was like my only friend here.
You have to give her Ollie.
I think I do. I was like, oh my god. That's the only thing I can do. I feel like that's the only thing to make it right. Like, I just like,
your friend.
I'm saying it now. She's like, and then she tells my mom, she's like, we have no more animals here. Like, who's gonna talk to me? I was like, I just feel like so many emotions.
So your mom's getting a dog?
So that's the thing. I left Ollie for a couple of days until Mother's Day. And then I told Angie, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was talking to Jose, and like, Jose obviously like very understanding. Like, he's like, you know, if your family needs more time with him, I get that. Like, we could sleep in more, relax a little bit more, because you know, we will never know peace again. And this is just a dog. Imagine when I actually birth our children. Like, we will never know peace.
What's
that? But it's sleeping in. At least Ollie, we have trained him Monday through Friday. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we were outside walking. Like on the weekends, we were like, yo, my guy, just use the pad. Like, I don't even care that deep. Like right now. So then my mom was like, oh, are you planning on leaving him? Like bring his food and everything. And I was telling Angie, and Angie was like, you need to take Ollie back because they need to heal from this. You cannot just replace what happened with Vicky with a new dog. And I was like, well, you didn't hear what grandma said. Like, you weren't in the room when that happened, okay?
sensible.
Angie, no, I'm telling you, like, Angie is like you, first daughter, always has to, like, she just takes on so much. I'm like, bitch, do you not ever crack? And I don't want my sister to crack. That's not what I'm wishing for. But, like, are you okay? Huh?
We don't get that choice.
No, it's literally like from a Giggly Squad said. They're like, I would love to see my mom just cry. Like, I bet they would love to cry. They just don't have the time to schedule in a cry. But that's where it was sad. And then on Thursday, I like was sobbing so I came home without Ollie. So I was like home alone with my demon thoughts. And it's just seeing the pictures and everything. And then of course my mom was like, one of you guys have to like post something. And I was like, I just can't even think about that right now. Like I just need a more, because like at the end of the day, granted, I hadn't been home in like not 3 years, but like I hadn't lived with Vicky for 3 years. But I would still see her and I still loved her. And every time she smelled me, because she was blind and deaf, but she would smell me, she would lay on her back, because that's one thing I taught her, so I could scratch her belly. And even in her old little age, she would just throw herself back and be like, okay, bitch, you know what to do. Let me tell you, it's the hardest thing to do. They gave me like a hair and everything, and I was sobbing. I don't know how I drove back from Jersey to New York. Instant tears, like sobbing, eyes red and puffy. I was just like, I can't do this. I just can't. I'm just like, this is too much. It's too much. R.I.P. Vicky, your namesake. Your namesake. And you let it go this time because we just and then like Ollie's back home with us, but like I feel like my mom's like, yeah, whenever you just want to leave him here again. I'm like, I don't. Is Ollie? I know Ollie was always gonna be the family dog because obviously he got sent away after 2 weeks here. But I'm like, you know, Ollie loves me too. Like, but I get it. Because then I asked my parents on the following Monday or Tuesday. I was like, how are you guys doing? That's what my grandma said. She was like, there's not even an animal here to say hi to anymore. I was like, I'm sorry, grandma. Like, no, I'm saying I'm about to get her a fish. Like,
gerbil?
No, I'm like a guinea pig at this point. And then tell me this is not fate. Tell me this. So this week on Tuesday, I think Jose was walking Ollie. Now let me tell you, my apartment building don't allow dogs. I know that, but I got him registered as emotional support. And then some girl in the elevator want to question me. No, say she was like, "Oh, Connie, like this not." I'm like, "No, I'm going through dark times. Like you don't know me." That's why I don't talk to nobody in my building. Like, but Ollie was no. literally. But Jose was walking Ollie, and then this man, Jose's in love with Frenchies.
Yeah.
And this man walks by, and they start talking about their dogs, and then apparently this man was like, "Oh, I feel like I want to give my Frenchie up because I don't have any time for them." Why did Jose said like he's like we should do an even trade? Ollie goes with your parents, and we get the Frenchie. I was like, no, we're not. We're not doing that. And then I called my mom because I was like, hey, do you want a Frenchie? My mom was like, we are old and tired, bitch. What are we going to do with a 1-year-old dog? I was like, I need a home. I need to stay. My mom was like, your dad's tired. Like, because, dog still has to go out and everything. My dad is on the older side, and so is my mom. But I was like, And then I started telling them, like, I was, like, looking at the adoption for, like, Muddy Paws. And I was like, My mom was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, okay. Well, I guess we're over that. Like, sorry. My mom was like, I already have enough to take care of the kid. Like, because Angie drops off her kids every day for daycare there, and then they take them to the daycares. And then she's like, what? And then with Ollie and everything, I'm like, the Frenchie, he's free and he's small. So let's see what happens. Like,
Keep doing that. 3 times a week, she'll come around.
Yeah, I think my dad almost broke though. He was like, "Oh," and my mom was like, again, being a mom, the only person that has to be reasonable. Like, it's always just mothers being reasonable. But that's been my life update. Ollie's right now sleeping on his little bed. I haven't got him fixed. He be humping everything, like his beds and everything. I'm like, calm down.
Me too. He's always humping something.
His fear of life. All right, let's get into some pop culture.
I mean, pop culture is mad.
Oh,
right
pop
now.
culture. First of all, the Met Gala, beautiful. Loved it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I think
10
it
out
was
of
a
10.
really good outfit. Yeah. But
Let's talk about it, y'all. This week has started the P. Diddy trial. And the things that have come out of this, like, Hollywood is a scary place.
It is so scary.
Like, so Cassie, who is the former girlfriend of P. Diddy, and who was it last year or this year that she came out, like she was gonna come out with a tell-all and then they settled out of court kind of thing. I forgot what it was, but she took the stand. And let me tell you how I thought it was going to be televised, and it's not. I think New York doesn't allow televised courts. So I was like, I thought it was going to be like a Johnny Depp, Amber Heard kind of trial. But I am thankful, like, maybe it's not televised because
it's very traumatic.
It's very traumatic, but she is so strong because the things that come out is one of the things that really struck me is like the freak off started like just like as something that like they're like, oh, okay, like this we could do something as a couple. I don't think she ever thought it would get to the point of that, like what it was. But like the fact that she even said like she had UTI, she would go on for like 4 days. That's insane.
I don't care what fucking NDA I signed. If it's on for 4 fucking days, bro.
What?
I don't know how she did that.
I am so happy she has healed. Like I wrote in the chat, I'm happy she's healed and she found her husband and she has a kid. I don't know what type of therapy she had to do to get over that because I mean,
she must still be in.
Yeah, because even she did say that at one point, I don't know, it was during cross-examination or something, that she had already been with her husband. I think she already had a daughter. I'm not sure, like anybody could quote me on that, but that she would like told her husband, she's like, I can't do this anymore. She's like, can you do it without me? And almost walked into traffic. Like,
yeah,
because it's traumatic. But then like on top of that, she would have UTIs the antibacterials wouldn't work. She would have sores in her mouth. But on top of that, it's that he paid, like he would blackmail her in these like the videos and everything. And she kept every single broken phone and computer because she didn't want this to get out. And she's like, I didn't want to tell my mom because I would be embarrassed. And I'm like, I get that. I understand. You don't want to burden your mom like with all of this. Yeah. I understand. She would like the black eyes. Like, I'm like, oh my God, what did this girl go? Like, and nobody noticed while they were in the relationship together.
I think that people really underestimate. I see a lot of people like, oh, why didn't she leave? Why didn't she just say no? Why is she responding the way that she is? Because like in the text messages, she's saying like everything he wants to hear. She was 19 when they first started dating. Like
And
that
then
is called grooming.
and 17 years her senior, right?
He was 37 and she was 19.
That feels like 30.
So like, and not to mention the money, the power, the
And that
fame.
he has been the fame. More than anything, he has such control of her career.
He had control over her whole entire life and the
Yeah.
media and how everybody would see her. Like, and again, at 19, your brain isn't even fully formed at that age.
Your frontal lobe is not even there.
You're still a child. Like,
it's so sad. And then on top of that she and they're trying to really depict these tips that she's like, oh, she's into it and everything. It's like, no, like not at all. She's probably was just like going through the emotions because she would get beat. Like
that's what also I'm saying. It's like one is grooming because she was so young and she was conditioned to treat him the way that he wanted her to treat her. And then also she was abused. Like when you are abused, you do whatever the fuck you can to appease your abuser. It's called self-preservation.
And it's also that people are like, oh, but like, they get rich and famous. Like, I don't know if Cassie even had the money or the resources, but if he was controlling her, like the way, like if she didn't answer the phone, she'll get hit. If she says something, she'll get like it at that time of like at 2021, you don't have that much money either. Like you're not like you think you got if regular people don't have the resources. Just because you're rich and famous, just because you're on an album does not mean you have the same resources too.
Right. And then
people
also,
need to give her grace. Oh, you stayed. She was scared. He
right.
threatened her family.
He threatened her family. She was, imagine the confliction. Like you're in love with this person. You probably felt safe with him at some point to even start doing these things with him. And the way that you feel as like a child, a 19-year-old, and this big powerful man wants you. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets stripped away, but then it comes back. It's manipulation. Emotions aren't just cut and dry, like black and white like that. Like you expect somebody to be like, shut down. I'm
also like the people that keep trolling them and like acting like haven't gone back to a toxic relationship. So calm the fuck down.
You still going back to the nigga who is fucking his fifth baby mama, all right? Telling your friend, oh no, I blocked him. No, you didn't.
He's changed. No, he hasn't.
And he got $2 in his bank account. All right, shut up. Okay?
Yeah, like calm down. Respect before you could talk shit about other people. Respect yourself.
It took 10 years for you to leave broke ass Bobby, bitch. Stop it, okay? Leave Cassie alone.
Yeah, leave. And then I know the judge asked that her husband leave during her first talks, and then they said that like they're not plastering like the pictures, like they're even in binders, which I'm like, please, because
it's trauma.
It's so much trauma, but you don't want that in the wrong hands of the public.
Right. Everybody is not for everybody's consumption.
No, it's for the court. And then people are like, oh, but this is more. I mean, let's never forget that video that sparked all of this is like the hotel video where he yanked the shit out of her and beat her to a pulp. And in the extended video, you see that he throws a vase at her.
Yeah.
And like the fact that, she was on drugs and everything so she could forget some things. Yeah.
If that's your
reality, have to be.
Yeah, I mean, I just talked about how much I eat edibles because of my kids. Like, if I was her, I would be doing all the drugs.
And then on top of that, like I didn't know that her now husband, Diddy hired, and he's the one that convinced. Like he was like, "You have to get out of this." Like that's such love, but the fact that he sticking by her has been sticking by her since everything, and the fact that now they have a family. Like again, the therapy you have to go to, but like the fact that you were able now to bring children into this world. And you just want to do much better. Like the fact that you're even talking about this and you're pregnant right now with your third child, like applauding. But what's so crazy to me is that like assistants knew, his people knew. They even threatened to kill Kid Cudi because she was sleeping with him. I was like, but that's true. Like, didn't we also accuse him of killing Tupac or Biggie? Like,
Um,
or Shook Knight or something?
if you're gonna ask me, I believe, conspiracy. I never received my hat, bitch.
I never sent it. I'm sorry. I'll do that this week. I'm sorry.
Just not remembering that. But
I'm sorry.
Conspiracy corner, I believe Diddy killed both Diddy and Tupac. So
yeah, I think so too.
Did you see that one of his exes or ex-ex-wifters said that his penis is like a Tootsie Roll?
I did see that. Edwin said not on the chat. I was like, oh.
Did you see 50 Cent respond to that?
Oh, let me tell you, 50 Cent lives to troll men. Did you see his post that said, if you think you're having a bad day, at least you're not P. Diddy? I was like, and then when she confirmed about the baby oil and everything, I was like, that she said assistants would see assistants, like he even like almost threw his assistant out the window. I was like, yo, what?
I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I used to work in front of I don't want to throw myself in the case, but I used to, where I worked as a lifeguard, right across the street was where P. Diddy and Cassie lived. And I one time saw, I one time on 56, I one time someone coming out that McDonald's, but you could tell they're like, yo, bitch, like don't say our names or anything, because like like at the time you don't know anything. But I remember seeing them and I was like, oh yeah, they live in that building, because we all knew that they lived there, like in that building right across from us. And now just looking back, retrospect, you're just like, wow, like what was
going on?
Yeah, like
that's how crazy New York is, though, because crazy shit be happening everywhere there. Like, and you never know. You never fucking know. Speaking of which, sidebar. I saw this. There was this Instagram account. I forgot the name.
Oh.
But she was talking about this store in the Bronx, and I want you to go. And they have returned Amazon packages.
Oh yeah, because of that, they started doing an investigation.
Not on the Dominican guy. Yeah, the sweetest guy.
No, like $4. They started to be like, "Oh, this was supposed to be returned. Why is this here?" And they want to make sure. That's why you can't put everything on TikTok, y'all. You gotta just say word by mouth. I saw that TikTok thing. No, I do want to go there though, because I do want free stuff. Like $4, I'll spend $4 in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I want to see what's there.
No, 100%. But yeah, no, they're saying they're doing like an investigation, not on him, but like on the packages, like what, on like who's dumping the packages there. I'm like, oh, people are so nosy.
Like, what's your business?
Right, he's having fun. Like, why are you trying to yuck his yums?
This is what I'm saying. People be worried about the wrong thing.
I'm saying, worry about what's going on in this world. Don't worry about a man that's trying to make a living, okay?
People in these buildings having freak offs, and you're worried about Amazon return packages
that you didn't want.
You're not even worried about Amazon return packages.
First of all, I got a lot of shit to return from Amazon. Trust me.
I saw 2 packages right now to return to Amazon,
and I still haven't gone to the Staples to return them. I'm like, eventually I'll go. But that's what else happened in pop culture. Oh, I know. No, but a lot of people are like, I know that those 2 people from Danity Kane are gonna be calling up next to testify.
My God. Were you like, did you watch it when you were a kid?
I watched Making the Band for Danity Kane.
I watched every single fucking episode, and I had their albums. I knew all their songs. I was a Danity Kane girl, okay? And I knew watching that shit that guy was crazy.
That puff was crazy.
And every episode I watched to see if he was gonna punch the shit out of Aubrey.
No, literally.
Every episode. So I am waiting for Dawn to speak her piece, because I know she's been holding on to it for forever.
No, but even Audrey was like, oh, what was it? Audrey was in the Call Her Daddy episode was like, oh, I got fired because there's just some things I didn't want to do. And it wasn't talent. I was like, I can't.
D Woods, and Dawn, I'm sure they have a lot to talk about.
I want to be in that courtroom so bad. That's why I don't like. I'm like, oh my god, like this is. Wait, also, oh, the Knicks just won and they're moving to the championships as a sports podcast. That's great.
They are going to the championship, so they just won the Eastern Finals. I think
That's what I'm thinking too.
that's me thinking of how.
Wait,
my
so then there's a
husband-
West Coast. So then what? West Coast versus East Coast?
Well,
Oh
it's
my
like
god! Burn the
there's
city.
the East Coast does its round, and the West Coast does its round, and then they see who comes out on top, and then the East Coast and the West Coast go against each other.
This is why. Look at this. Look at all of this mayhem
You
in
see, I
Madison
will
Square
have a
Garden.
whole panic attack right there.
Oh my god! First of all, Daddy Yankee was there. I'm Daddy Yankee. Wow, Bad Bunny.
First of
He's
all,
so
go ahead.
hot.
He's still alive. I'm just kidding.
Nah, people celebrating. Oh, okay. No, oh my god, the city's gonna go on fire.
Oh my god. Do you have anything else for entertainment other than the Diddy trial?
I feel like there was something else. Oh, like Justin Bieber came out saying he wasn't a victim of P. Diddy.
Yeah, it's every week. This is gonna continue until he gets help. But wellness check on Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he's been like crashing out again. I'm like, yo, what? Because even like Haley now started posting cryptid message. I'm like, are we all like?
Is everybody just on drugs? Like, is there a new
I
drug
feel like
that they're testing out or some shit that makes them like?
I mean, the kids are always trying something new. I always like again. I'm not trying to be like a mother or anything, like, but it sometimes really worries me because like I still think it out, not because I'm a Selena fan and everything, but I just always think that like he should have never got married at such a young age, you know?
You feel like he was young.
He was young. She was young too though. She was like 20.
He's younger than us.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about. Yeah, no, he is younger than us.
He's younger than us.
Well,
And
you,
he's
I'm
a
still
man. So then he's like 7 years younger. Let me see. How old is that man?
Hold on. Justin Bieber's currently 31. No, he's our age.
Yeah, but he's a man, so he's really like 25.
That's true.
So yeah, no, he's too young.
And then she was only like 20, 21 when she got married.
Yeah.
Again, these young kids, and then they didn't have kids. Hold on, can you get ice cream? Sorry. Having like random cravings. Guys, I'm on my period, okay, guys? I want ice cream. I want ice cream. You know? I'm shedding uterine lining, okay? Not by choice.
Thank you for enlightening us on that.
No problem. No, every time somebody yo, I was a raging bitch during work one day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm PMSing." I'm like, no, but like you know when you're like a regular raging bitch, and then I was a raging bitch. I was like, let me check my calendar, and then I was like a couple days late, and I was like, and by a couple days, I mean like a week. I was like, oh, am I? I did take a pregnancy test. I'm not gonna lie. I did take that shit one line. I was like, oh thank God. Because sometimes I'm like, I could be a mom. I'm so ready. And then I was like, yo, stop.
I'll never forget when I saw that first line. It was a wild experience.
In that tiny ass bathroom.
What disbelief. Wait, do this again.
You're like, God, chuckles. It must have been defective.
And then it was a faint one too.
Yes, I remember you telling me it was faint. I was like,
oh.
You know what? I peed on the stick wrong.
Oh, girl.
No. You, not me.
Oh.
Because like, you want to be in denial. You're like, no, I peed on this. This is defective.
Yeah, I was like, this. Is that? Am I seeing things? You know, it's my eyesight. I need to get my eyes checked.
Yeah, you're like, it has been a while.
I took like 5 tests in the one day and then got a blood test, and I was like, I thought this wasn't possible for me. And not because I had any medical issues before or anything that would
Thank
like
God.
saying I
Thank
was
God. Thank God.
infertile. It's just I've never been pregnant in my life. I've never even had a scare. Like my menstrual is very regular. It is like the most reliable thing in my life.
But
It's
then
not
a man shot up the club.
even a man.
Talking about my pull-out game is strong. Shot up the full club.
With Logan, I was so drunk the night I conceived, so I don't even remember it. So it
Because a man.
was even really even more because I'm like, but how? Yeah.
And then was he drunk? We're not gonna.
Yeah, we were both out. We were both drunk, and then neither one of us remember it. And then with Malia, I took a plan B, so I was like, ain't no way.
Because a man reshot the club.
Yeah, I'm like, ain't no way. I took plan B.
Jesus.
But yeah. Anyways.
And then that's the day we both learned that apparently Plan B has a weight restriction. And I was like,
if you are over 170 pounds, you need to take more than one Plan B. Which means you might as well pay for the abortion because it's the same price.
and it's your choice, ladies. Always remember that. It is your choice.
Unless you're in Florida, just take the damn Plan B.
No, that's so true. Come to the state. Come to New York, y'all. Like, just yo, no, I'll never forget that. I was like, because I texted you, I'm like, no. I'm like, but you told me you took the Plan B. You're like, I did, and I'm like, But you know what? Now you have two kids that just annoy the shit out of you, and you're just like, at what cost? You're like, again. Wait, no, we were talking about Justin Bieber. That's what we were talking about. I was like, what were we talking about before all this? He's crashing out, but then Hailey Bieber is also posting like random, like she was like, "Cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it." It's like, okay, are we in 7th grade? Like,
you know, like when you're throwing subs at your boyfriend who pissed you off.
Oh my god, oh. Or for me was my situation. And now, because I have grown and my frontal lobe has developed, I just be texting Jose. I'm like, this is for you. Just we too. Yo, when people be throwing shade and you're like in our age range, I'm like, we too old to throw puyas.
It's really sad. If I see
it's so sad. I'm in the dark and lonely. You know, when a man doesn't look at you in the eyes, I'm like, what the? We are 31.
You need to hold it the fuck down.
Yeah, like, oh my god, remember? And this is, I'm not shading Khloe Kardashian for this, but remember when Tristan cheated on her with Jordan and she was throwing quote season? I'm like, but he's a man.
Yeah.
You have an empire. Protect your peace, girl.
Like, stop giving into this man.
And then she was like, oh, it was like the quote season on, like, I remember on Instagram. And I'm like, this is embarrassing.
It really
You're
is.
famous. Like,
you're old.
You're old and famous. Like, come on.
Stop it.
Stop it. Like, that's something like for us to do. Like, you know, he cheated on you, that he wasn't the one, blah, 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 blah. But now when you reach the age after 25, 26 and you're still doing that, you need medical attention. You need help.
When you get to a certain age, you realize like Instagram is just for the masses. So your life should look like an Instagram reel because everybody does not need to know the nooks and crannies.
No, guys, keep your life private. I mean, not me and Vicky, because we obviously started a podcast.
We have a podcast.
We have a podcast. We need to when we were going back to like the No, we are, because guys, let me tell you something right now. We would break. Okay, we could break at any moment. You know how much shit, again, like in the last episode, you know how much enemies of Vicky work hard to take. And she still stands 10 toes strong. God loves to play with Vicky, okay? And Vicky out here,
you know, she's like a really good punching bag.
Oh my god. Like, you don't even feel it anymore.
You don't.
You're like, because I remember running Vicky shit. She's like, well, yeah, I went through that, and I'm like,
It's that first child syndrome. I'm sure all the first kids understand. And the
Same.
more siblings you have, the worse you probably feel it. But it's just ain't nothing could take me down. Like, all right, shit's gonna happen. It's gonna happen a lot. It's gonna happen every fucking day. But you're just gonna keep going. Okay, you're
Okay.
gonna keep going.
What is that thing called? Am I high?
Here we go again.
Just keep. Oh, Dory, just keep
Sorry.
swimming,
Yeah, no.
swimming.
In my head, I have the Punisher where he's like grunting and he's like, pain is temporary. That's all I hear.
No,
That's all I hear. It's just
I
this is
think you might need to go to therapy. If that's all the voice that you're hearing in your head, the
yeah.
Punisher.
It helps because then it's like every time you're going through bad things, it's like it's not that deep because it's only temporary.
Sometimes I'm like I know I overreact to a lot of things. Don't get me wrong, guys.
But see, don't get me wrong. Let me be dramatic.
Yeah.
Let me be dramatic. The
Oh.
feminine urge to burst out into emotion. Let me have it.
The feminine urge to, if you ever see me just get out from my desk, just know like I need 1 minute.
The
Just
feminine urge to just storm out.
the feminine urge just to storm out.
Like, just let me go. Okay,
Yeah. Just let me cool off. No, literally just everybody leave me alone.
To raise my voice, okay? To cry.
Yeah, because people be like, crying is a weakness. I'm like, first of all, crying is what helps me because I could kill you. I could kill you with my bare hand. I have untapped rage.
No, me too. Like, I literally feel fire burning in my soul.
No, I, again, never been in a fight. I feel I could take somebody down and feel nothing.
Listen,
Like the lady that, oh my God, I didn't even tell you. A lady tried me the other day around my house. Oh, with the 2 bulldogs. I don't know. She tried.
You told somebody.
No. It was no. It wasn't the dog part. I was walking my dog, and then she had these 2 big ass bulldogs, and she was starting to yell at me, and I didn't even know because I had one headphone in, and she was like a deranged bitch. And the way she was just like, "You need to fucking move. I live on this block." I'm like, "The block is public." Like I snapped. I'm like, "This is a public ass area. Calm down." And then she like came up to me, and I swear to God, like if she would have even touched me, because even so, I would have put Ollie somewhere, right? Like I would have put Ollie on my back. The way I already pictured seeing blood coming out of her head because I would have slammed her head into something, like try me. I know I have anger issues.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's why, and I wasn't gonna back down to a loud ass bitch either. Like, don't try me. Like, and I'm not trying to say fucking strong and shit that I could fight. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like I did nothing to provoke this.
Right.
Ollie was not even near your dogs, and you're just yelling at me. Like, and again, we're on the sidewalk. I would get and I would have understanding if Ollie had jumped on your dogs and you told me they weren't friendly or anything, and then that's on me and I deserve that. I get that. I was literally like at least a couple like trees down from you. Like didn't even know you had your dogs out.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be like that's what I think that's what triggered me, that I'm getting fucking yelled at from a hood ass rat bitch here. Like calm down, ho. Like I was just like, no, ain't no way. So when I yelled back, she thought I was gonna stay quiet because usually I am. Usually I'm very like demure. I'm very like I don't like to cause a scene. I was like, no, I didn't do anything here in this part though. Like, and the way she came up to me, I was like, yo, touch me, bitch. I had pepper spray. I was ready to pepper spray the shit out her eyes and fucking throw her head against like a fucking metal rod. Like again, I got untapped rage. Untapped rage.
Listen, I have been in fights. I am not a good fighter. I know that. I black out. I black out and I don't come back. That's it. But I will fucking fight. Okay? Like I have heart. You're not gonna punk me out. You gonna step to me, all right, this is what you want, this is what you're gonna get. And I'm not gonna stop until I feel like I'm done. So if this is what you want.
And it's self-defense. Self-defense. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and a lot of people say, like, oh, though, because of how I talk and everything. I'm like, no, but I never been in a fight. Like, just want that to make clear. But I feel that I'm scared of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Of what could.
I'm not concerned with consequences.
Like, yeah. Like, did you have to bleed her to a bloody pulp?
I mean, yes, that's what happened.
Like I feel, and I'm not trying to sound tough or anything. I just feel like I wouldn't care what would happen to me. I just know something bad would happen to them, you know?
I feel you, bro.
And that's why sometimes you gotta remove yourself in the situation, which I no longer walk Ollie around there because I'm like, I'm also not gonna try to look for the same fight with someone. You know what I mean? I could be the bigger person and just look to walk somewhere else. And I have. Like, I'm like, it's not that deep. But I did tell Jose right away when it happened. And I was like, yo, he was like, what the? He's like, but did Ollie jump on them? I'm like, no. I didn't even touch them. I didn't even know who this lady was. I had just happened to take off one of my headphones because it was broad daylight too.
Right.
That's the thing. I was like, what?
Okay, guys. So on today's episode of the pod, we talked about being a mom, a dog mom, how crazy kids are, and how crazy kids make you. We also talked about Diddy and this case, prayers to Cassie and her family, and Justin Bieber and his crash out is very concerning. We are worried, but we're experiencing some technical difficulties during this episode, so we're gonna wrap it up early. And yeah, a positive quote of the day is wanting to be someone else is a waste of who you are. Remember that. And follow us, like, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere, ConVic Podcast. We love you guys. Bye.